Hey, what's up, guys? Walt Rivera here, and I just want to say thanks so much for the awesome comments. You have no idea, what it means to me to have your support in this and to, have your questions and I can answer them and all. So thanks for that, really. So what I wanted to get to is that you're all familiar with the idea of obviously playing guitar with your basic chords. Okay, and the one thing that I've been doing recently in the past month, and it's been really making me a much better musician, I feel like as a whole, is the idea that I'm trying not to favor one side over the other. So the one thing is that where I might be teaching this way, I will switch it and I'll try playing it with my right hand. So the same thing where if you're battling to get these chords going here, C, G, D, C, G, D, E, I'll flip the guitar, and you don't worry so much about here. Let me put this down like this. You don't worry so much about what you call it, about the actual strings, because the strings are upside down. But what you're worrying about is the pattern, the finger pattern. So here's your C, okay? Here's your G, and you're not playing it, because if you play this chord, it's completely wrong. Plus, getting it with your left hand is a whole other thing that I haven't gotten to yet. So there's your G, there's your D. Then I might try and play the D this way. Try and make my pinky stronger. Then, I'll try and maybe do some of my jazz chords that I do here with my left hand, with my right hand. Now, granted, don't forget, I'm not right-handed. This is not my dominant hand. I mean, this is my dominant hand if I'm throwing a baseball or something, but it's not my dominant hand when I'm playing guitar. And the reason why I'm learning to play guitar like this is because I don't want one side of me to be more prominent, more dominant. And it's also because I'm starting to play piano now too, and when I'm playing, I notice that when I'm working on the guitar with my left hand and my right hand together, if I try and get the chords down, like C, G to D, if I try and do that with this right hand, it's so much more difficult. But I've noticed just in the past month, C, G to D, I've been a lot faster at it. And also when I go to play piano, how should I put it, like like the brain connectivity or whatever you want to call it, just everything feels a lot more fluid, and I feel like that I'm starting to like open that side up a little bit more. So that's just the one thing that I just wanted to talk about today, is the idea of how to I wanted to get back and answer a lot of your questions, but I feel like that's something that's really helped me a lot in the past I would say month, and then obviously I'm not amazing at it, but I wanted to kind of grow this idea with you guys, and like this is my first month of playing that, and then I think maybe like next month or the month after that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and work on my finger picking. Okay, now I can finger pick with this hand without a problem. Okay, but now after I master these chords, which I'm not too far away. That's tough. That's a tough chord. It's a relatively tough chord. Here's an E9, right? E major 7 chord right there. Here's a C major 7. I'm just kind of like really getting this together. Or if I wanted to maybe walk up the crab drill, so I go 1 2 2 4. 2 4 1 3 2 4 1 3, like that's kind of tough. But ultimately the goal is that I get very good with my right hand, okay, and that's helping it out with the piano, and then I'll finger pick. And so I don't really know where else to go with this video other than the fact that I'm just trying to become, like, when I mentioned that I was taking time off, I mentioned a lot, I was working a lot on music stuff and trying to be a much more rounded musician, and this is the one thing that I think that I've been really, I think, good at doing, in the sense that um, trying to like just get better at things. If I'm really good with my left hand playing, why not get really good with my right hand playing? If I'm really good at finger picking with my left hand or with my right hand, why not get really good at playing finger picking with my left hand? Or even like the piano parts, like why not switch the parts around? Like play bass on the right hand and treble on the left hand or something. So, this is all very difficult, very, slow and steady wins the race kind of stuff. But it's also kind of fun, kind of challenging, and ultimately, I have, without a doubt, seen a huge, huge jump in not only my musicianship mentally, that I could see things differently and I feel differently, when I play, that I kind of get it now a little bit better. Um, but that I also feel like that I also play better too. Rather than thinking differently, I also play differently. I think things just, my brain kind of is starting to get it now a little bit. And I don't know. So that's it. I'll update you guys with more stuff tomorrow. I hope everyone's doing fantastic. And I'm going to do some cool videos in these next couple weeks, and I'm going to answer all your questions tomorrow. Not all of them, but I'll answer one a day, and I'll get all back to them. And I'll try and leave some comments to answer some of the other questions that I didn't get to in this video. So hope you're all well, and I'll see you guys all back tomorrow.